Bucks let Mike Budenholzer go, and that's why Adrian Griffin is in that role now. As Tobias Harris finally gets the scoring started for us tonight.
Well, Tobias Harris is going to get more opportunity. Very efficient season last year.
Harris taking on Lillard. That's the matchup they want. He rises up over him and buries a little jumper. Tobias Harris more active in this third quarter. He's got double 15. Went on a 23-6 run with Lillard going off in the second quarter. And look at Harris. He drives it in. Adrian Griffin wants a timeout. And the Sixers are 94-88. Bucks lead it by 6. Tobias Harris. And he gets a shooter's bounce. Harris has been active in this second half. He's got 14 now feet of distance on average last year. #1 mark in the NBA. And Harris responds with a three-pointer.
I'd like to see Tobias Harris be more.
Should have been on the line, on the lane to get that rebound. He was in the back on offense. But that's one of those things when you talk about teams, those advantages, good job by the Raptors.
Harris just kept it himself. And
getting your arms out like an eagle.
Trying to be as big as you can.
If you get a deflection, then the eagle plays. DJ goes DJ in the practices these days. Beautiful spin move by Tobias Harris before he lays it up and in.
Well, I was just going to comment on how the Trailblazers a foul call there. Sixers perhaps a little fortunate they did.
Jakob Bertel, his first field goal. Tobias back to Melt. 1-point game. Gotta shoot it. Ball fake, dribble move. Is he gonna get it off? Left hand scoop. Harris scores again.
Totally aware.
7.5 to go. Maxey on a drive. Durant got a piece, but Tobias has it. Goes in on Grayson Allen. Left hand shot by Harris on the money.
Can't start doing something because he's not going to hurt you in the long run, but you can't keep giving him easy buckets like that.
Harris, that was not easy, but he makes it look like it was. Tobias Harris
in the half. Tyrese Maxey with the basketball, gives it to Tobias Harris. Tobias with a nice spin to the lane, up fake, fires, fills it, and a foul.
Chance here, folks.
6:38 to play. Tobias Harris against Asar Thompson. Takes him to the basket and scores it off the square.
He can score against.
Great chase down block by Nico Batum.
Thought he had a wide open look, did Mathurin.
I think Nico saw Tyrese with that great chase down a couple of nights ago, wanted one of his own.
Nico's like, don't sleep on this athleticism here.
Tobias, the turn and burn on the low block, and the Pacers call time. Tobias scoring first quarter of the season for the Sixers. They put up 38. Harris just working his way all the way down to the cup. Field with the answer. Harris bringing it into the front court. Gets it back, and Harris with an exclamation point. 18 points in just 21 minutes. Harris carrying the load offensively for the Sixers early.
I was like a fish out of water flip-flopping on that call. And these guys got to do it in real time. Ed Malloy, Pat Frere, C.J. Washington, the officials. Tonight there's Tobias Harris. Maxey and Embiid in the two-man game. Shot clock's down to 3. Harris drives.
Embiid is out.
One of the rare times that Embiid and Maxey are off the floor together. A lot of good defense went down the drain. Harris rocks and fires and hits.
And Tobias Harris has put together a whale of a game.
Say that Paul Reed doesn't bring size and activity and can defend.
Harris banks it in. He's good when he's going down.
On the bench for the second, to start this second. This is Maxey time, typically. Tobias Harris going to work on Thompson, and he scores. That's a matchup that the Sixers want to exploit. That affects these two teams. A lot of basketball tonight to cover in the in-season tournament. Harris, a flurry of moves. Little fadeaway is good.
First quarter, 10 of the second quarter.
Clearing out for Toby. Does he go baseline away from the help? He does.
Lowers the shoulder, steps back, and drills the baseline jam.
So we're going to see Paul Reed, you would think, shortly.
Right. I thought Paul Reed may start. That's his shot. That's his shot. Feel your body.
Here, Jason Tatum has played in every game. Drew Holiday has missed just 2.
He came back Tuesday after missing a couple games due to an ankle injury and had 14 points in the win over Chicago.
Working against Boyan. Coming high to get it, Tobias Harris. Tobias with a straight-on shot, sticks it. And I could have called that. That was going down.
Remember, we had Jeremy Lin and Jeremy Lamb.
Oh, my.
I know.
Yeah.
Front office gave you those two players, trying to see if I was working as much salt.
Yeah.
Tobias Harris.
He passed the test.
Harris with Conley on him. Tobias aggressive downhill. The hoop and the hole.
See away from the ball here.
Side of the lane. 26 for Tobias Harris.
This is the three. And back comes Tyrese Maxey quickly to Harris. The 76ers playing much faster this year in terms of their pace. And Harris says, you know what? There's a lead back up to 18. Adebayo with 16 in the game. Here's Harris on the edge. His shot with a fortuitous roll, and Harris
there by Hampton.
Tobias Harris likes this matchup against Hero. Gonna walk him down, rolls up the hook and knocks the game at 8. Tobias Harris stares down Kane. Tobias Harris, light work. Strong.
15 from deep. Goes back to what was working early.
2 minutes remaining in the second quarter. 2 minutes.
10 for Banchero. Harris, tough shot with a hand in his face. A lot of games, very little practice time. He's going to have a breakout game.
Yeah.
Hopefully tonight.
That's so good. Tobias Harris. Just
he gets it back. Now Harris. Okay, on Tobias. Harris fires over the top and knocks it down. They've matched their biggest lead again of 11.
Fortunately for the Rockets, the Sixers are missing their best player. Reigning MVP Joel Embiid is Harris.
Paul Reed snatching the rebound for Philadelphia. Tobias Harris very aggressive in the early going.
Andre Drummond kind of did the Olay defense down there.
He's 6 of 11 from the floor. Shooting it well.
Harris trying to fracture the tie. 16 points for Tobias Harris. 4:35 to go third. Harris did again. Boy, he is a low.
Pass, good in and out play there.
3-point game. Tobias Harris, fully ball again.
Oh, he is on automatic.
Tyrese to Harris. Tobias haven't been able to keep him out of the paint all night, and he scores again.
That's what I'm saying. The end of regulation, and
He was a real eye dog.
1 point lead for the Kings. Harris coming off a big night in Atlanta a couple of nights ago. Got inside. And a good defensive sequence that time by the 76ers.
Yeah, Coach Nick Nurse talked with us a little bit about that defensive scheme.
Harris and
My first thought on that one would be like, that's a fun matchup with Capella, but Capella was unavailable.
yes. Harris working against Toscano Anderson. Tobias Harris.
Opportunities in the paint.
Maxey is hunting out Murray, it looked like, Monica. Crossover to Harris, guarded by Monk. He's got a size advantage. Light work. Top of the lane. Gets it back, goes to work against Trey Lyles. Stare down three by Harris. Got it.
Like I said, he's had plenty to go around tonight.
33 for Harris in wake of 32 a couple of nights ago.
Now, the point guard matchup with the two big guys on the bench.
Tobias Harris, this is his time to shine with Jokic and Embiid both on the bench, and Harris goes to work.
On that, Paul Reed, a very active guy, very athletic.
Here's Harris once again, working on Brown. Harris coming alive.
Harris trying to back down Rozier. Push off. No whistle. Harris gives the 76ers the lead.
Together, Furkan and KJ Martin, Tobias Harris, Paul Reed, and Tyrese Maxey again. A number of Sixers unavailable due to illness and injury tonight. Tobias Harris, the turnaround. Sixers have won 5 in a row. They're just a half game back now of Milwaukee for the 2 spots in the East. San Antonio not with their eyes on a playoff spot this year, but Tobias.
He worked his way through it and then received word that he would be in the starting lineup after missing the last couple of games with the knee issue. Beautiful spin, Tobias Harris with damn thing.
Thank you, brother. Thank you,
apparently that'll work for you on Sunday, Chris. Turnaround on the baseline is good for Tobias Harris, walking from downtown.
And he's taking advantage. People are giving him those shots. He's stepping in with good rhythm and knocking them down.
Shot clock is winding down. Can Harris bail them out? Harris, the jumper, cha-ching on a 3.
Down.
Shot clock is winding down. Can Harris bail them out? Harris, the jumper, cha-ching on a 3.
Maxey guarded by Dunn, a supreme defender on the perimeter. Here's Harris, drives it on Markkanen. And that's Harris. And that's Markkanen in the game. It's a distinct advantage for the Jazz they want to take advantage of with no Embiid. Tobias Harris going to work up and over Kessler. Put a little arc on that one.
And I don't know how Harris was able to see the basket right there with that contest.
Together, Reed comes away with it. Jazz been giving up a lot of points. Their 2-4 road trip as Harris strong lays it in. A little unsettled here. Now late clock, 2-1. Here's Harris, tough shot from the baseline. Tobias Harris.
There either. Reed the rebound. Harris with 28 to go along with Tyrese's career high 51 Thursday in Utah. Tobias rises and hits the 4 of 8 from 3 in the loss to the Bucks on Saturday night. Harris fakes the 3, fakes again. Really good shot fakes, really good efficiency. Robert Covington, still a shorthanded Sixer squad. Tobias pulls up and hits another, expanding the bucket chart.
The Euro, but the deceleration to throw the defense off.
Tobias Harris, you know, he's now guarding the big man, tried to avoid, but couldn't. So you have to make sure that you own the glass.
Young, too strong on that 3-point attempt. Tobias downhill. We know when he does that, things can heat up quick. Tobias in for 2. 12 in his 3rd quarter. Harris with Hunter on him. Harris aggressive to the cup. You love to see it. 13 and
presence from Toby.
Payne and Heel, the 2 newest Sixers, both in the ball game. Harris, the crossover into the contact. Another bucket for Toby. The lead down to 7.
Exaggerated shoulder dip. The referees are going to let him do that. Able to create the space on the defender, Hunter.
That was a small win within a game that they actually lost for the organization. See, when I see Corey Kispert have these type of games, even though they're losing, those are small wins for Corey Kispert in this organization. With him activated offensively, so he's going to go if he has to.
Tobias in the paint. The shot goes down. Now Kuzma comes over and switches so he can guard Tobias Harris. 3 on the shot clock. Harris blocked by Bagley.
Sixers were down 26. They played a heck of a 3rd quarter, and now looking a little worse for the wear here in the 4th. But not giving up yet. This one not done yet. Tobias lays it in.
Well, the way they made themselves get back in this ballgame is by attacking.
Obviously, Milwaukee made a change because they weren't happy with the record, but it's not because they've been banged up, although Chris Middleton is still out the 7th straight game he's missed, and he's not going to be back for a couple weeks. But
because he's going to paint a beautiful picture.
Well, he certainly can do it all, and he's on pace to get a triple-double in this half, and he's had 2 the last 2 games. Harris gets the bounce, so he's getting going here. 5 and 0 for 4 from 3. It's like Jokic. I mean, you watch Nikola Jokic, and every night you see something you haven't seen before from him, and Doncic does the same thing. Harris deep in the lane, falling away. It's good. 14 now.
Yeah, I like the.
Every night you see something you haven't seen before from him, and Doncic does the same thing. Harris deep in the lane, falling away. It's good. 14 now.
Yeah, I like the.
It's played well over the last few games for Brooklyn. Here's Harris. Into the paint. Tobias Harris elevates and finishes. Nick Nurse has really liked the aggression he's seen from Tobias. Here's Harris. Just sheds Watford and then sticks the jumper.
Wow.
Every game.
Next level here. Next level here on the Tobias broadcast.
Harris floats it in. And it's a small ball 5 this entire fourth. Harris massages his way inside and hits. Tobias Harris starting to get cooked.
Your closeouts have to be even more precise.
13 tonight for Ingram, 14 for Zion. Step back from Toby is good. Tobias.
You've got to willingly go into his body and hopefully draw some attention.
Shot clock winding down once again, and Tobias hits this time on the elbow.
Look at the distance as we take a look at the 9-0 run by the Pelicans. The distance that the ball travels as they move it around the horn. Tobias responds.
Harris with it.
Got to go quick.
Tobias does. Up and down it goes from 35 to 6 and hits.
His improvement has been terrific. Not only with the rebounding and the shot blocking, but the scoring when he gets a chance.
Harris with a runner gets in the quarter 2 for 12, then went 6 for 6 to open up this lead. Harris, another one.
They need him to get going. They need him not to be bashful or roll like that. You just know they both can get the ball. Giannis or Dame. You saw Dame decide this one's mine. I'm taking it. Would have knocked it down.
Harris rattles it in. Boy.
Over the place. That's such a high percentage. It was a really good year for both of them. Pull up, mid-range jump shot is knocked down by Tobias. The other night that he had at halftime. Now, unfortunately for Philly, goes into the hands of Harris. He's trying to work on Willie, and he falls up and in. Tobias Harris. He's on to get the rebound. Another offensive rebound. 5.5 to play here in the second quarter. Philly with a record of 38 and 31. Away from home, they're 17 and 16. And they're above 500 against the West. Play here in the second quarter. Philly with a record of 38 and 31. Away from home, they're 17 and 16. And they're above 500 against the West. Picked up his dribble, has nowhere to go with it. Instead, he goes back out. Tobias Harris with 4, with 3. With 2, right at the buzzer, he gets all the way into the rim and scores. He had missed his last 5 shots.
Out for the Sixers, Maxey to this point yet to make a real impact. Just 5 points, at least in his scoring. Harris knocks it down again. 15 for Tobias Harris.
Just Keegan recognizing before they even went into the screen action that he could cut straight to the rim.
Great basketball IQ by Murray, and Harris with some light work on the roll.
This is a guy's going in the Hall of Fame, and that's not an easy thing for a player of that stature.
It's not, and certainly Russell Westbrook, I'm sure.
Back in the play, and boy, all the players the Sixers could ill afford to lose at this juncture. He has been the driving force, has been Maxey, as Harris gets baseline on Mobley and lays it in.
Yeah, Maxey, I saw him get knocked down. Defend him.
Allen misses from inside. Back comes Harris. Harris was the high Sixer in the first half with 14 points. Lowry burrows his way inside. He keeps his dribble, deals to Harris. Harris got run off the line. They return it to Lowry, and now it's Maxey who has 5 to shoot. Maxey off it goes to Harris for 3. That was terrific ball movement by the Sixers that resulted
On to end a 3-game slide. Raptors, they've dropped 12 consecutive. Longest losing skid since 2010-2011 as Tobias Harris. He can. Raptors defense picking up. See if Harris can go to work for the Sixers. He's all right. We mentioned mid-range. Harris. He was just setting himself up. Wow.
And Harris with the rebound. Batum in his 16th season.
Yeah, 35 years old. These athletes today, though, do a great job taking care of themselves.
And there's Harris.
You know, you think of the great athletes in all sports years old. These athletes today, though, do a great job taking care of themselves.
And there's Harris.
You know, you think of the great athletes in all incredible.
Coming into tonight, 27 assists over 3 games. It's the most by a player 6'10" or taller in Raptor history. Think of Mark.
I have to talk about the cool stuff, because there is a lot of cool stuff. I mentioned before where Will had his 100-point game. I personally saw a shooting.
That's pretty profound for
getting deep here.
Sunday afternoon.
Too early.
Here's Tobias Harris. 2-step to his left, and Tobias strokes the jumper. 6 in. Buddy Hield picks up the floorboard, skips it to Harris.
If you're Paul, you got to gather and go up stronger than that. You'll get a foul called.
Tobias Harris goes up strong.
What a matchup that's going to be. Tobias Harris, shot clock winding down, is going to have to put it up, just gets it off in time and gets it to go.
LA is in. Shot clock at 4. Harris has to get it up. Does just in time. That's the second time he's done that here in the first quarter.
Transition. Handed off. Harris. Plenty of time on the shot clock. He draws Hartenstein. Harris. The fade. It's good.
That's a good sign right there. Harris.
Sixers on the move. Picked up by DiVincenzo. Harris. Isolation. Help from Hart. Harris fights through it. And puts it off the window. Timeout New York.
And that's a point
at the worst time. 10-0 run. Lowry back in there with 5 fouls. Harris trying to make it happen against Anunoby. Harris contested shot. It's good.